Hi there, Libra Scorpio. This is your mid-February to mid-March relationship reading. Libra Scorpio. I'm going to be reading the main reading with Tarot de Cristal, and I'm going to clarify with Rider-Waite. So stay through, join me and stay on through so we can clarify what is really going on with this reading. It's about your person, the relationship. If you're disconnected, if you'll come back, I'm going to tell you the placement of this spread as I lay it out, but it's going to go deep into what's going on, analyzing your person and the nature of the relationship and even what could be. So hang with me. If you're new, welcome. And if you are not new, welcome back. So I'm recording this on Super Bowl Sunday. So hope you're enjoying your weekend. This is for Libra Scorpio, mid-February to mid-March. Okay, let's cut it, read it, and take it from there. So, okay, this is who your person is now. This is the strengths of the person, possible weaknesses of the person, how they feel about you, how you feel about them, the probability that you will get back together again if you're apart, the strengths when you were together, the challenges when you were together. What are the blocks to you reconvening? What's the overall analysis of your person? If they come back, what would the overall outcome be? And if they do come back, what should you do? Okay, and the bottom of the deck energy for us is the Five of Pentacles, which we're not always crazy about seeing, and death. So it could be a couple of things here for sure. It could be that, there's a disappointment and being left out, and there's an ending, and this could sound like doom and gloom. However, there's a chance that it's the ending to being left out in the cold, and then there's a reconciliation. So the mood of this reading, we're going to have to see. Yeah, we're gonna have to see. There's a Three of Cups here, and there's an Eight of Cups here. Eight of Cups would be moving on for the moment. Three of Cups would be reconciling. I'm seeing a really mix, and we have a Two of Cups in here too. So I think it's a really mixed energy possibility here. So let's just kind of get to the reading here. So who is your person now, Libra Scorpio? Your person now is the Two of Pentacles. They have a lot going on. I think your person could certainly be dealing with a lot of responsibility, dealing with a lot in terms of their work situation. They could be just about making things work in terms of balance. I'm not really feeling this as much like a decision that they're having to make, although for some smaller subset of you, it could be that your person is weighing up a decision. I think it's more about there's some prosperity for them. And I'm almost feeling like the prosperity for them is coming at the price of a little bit of overwhelm. That's what I'm feeling. Who they are now is somebody who's dealing with maybe the fruits of their labor, but it's a lot. Like they might be drinking out of a fire hose. The strengths of your person is the Knight of Cups or chalices in this deck. So the strength of your person is they do have the ability to connect to their emotions. They do have a side that is very caring, maybe even a bit romantic. Weaknesses of the person is the Queen of Swords. Again, I feel like there's a lot, I just have a feeling there's a lot of dual energy in this reading. It's a bit polarized. Like on the one hand, they have the ability to be romantic, in touch with their emotions, maybe even reveal things of themselves to you. And then, sometimes they can just flip to, getting a bit more abrupt, cutting, biting, you know, highly focused on ruling out things that don't align with them. So they seem to have a big polarized two sides to them. I don't know if some of you are dealing with a Pisces or a Gemini or an Aries. That's what I'm feeling right now with some of the storyline, not the cards. So how they feel about you is the Eight of Wands. So they might feel like they want to connect. They want to move fast. Things coming out of nowhere. The Eight of Wands, right? The Eight of Wands are Cupid's arrow, which is interesting. I feel like they feel about you. I don't know if there's something, well, we're going to get to what's blocking them, but I do feel like there's a desire to connect, even if it's just on a lighter realm of, say, text messages, whatever, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I mean, definitely feel that. And then how you feel about them is the world. So I think you're really questioning, wow, I have two feelings about this. I feel like you're questioning if this is meant to be the end of a chapter or just the end of a chapter, but the beginning of a new one, or if it's a true ending. Um, I feel like you've run a long process with this person and you are reaching a turning point. I feel like you're feeling that way. I feel like you're feeling this is a big turning point. That's how I'm reading this. The world is the last major arcana. For some people, it means it's completion and lessons learned. Sometimes I get the feeling it's more like just this chapter is complete. It doesn't mean a new one couldn't be formed. I think you're really assessing that right now. Which is it? And we're going to clarify that as we get into the reading. So, what's the probability of you going strong with this person or getting back together with this person? And that's the Knight of Wands. So, that's interesting. The probability for the Knight of Wands in this placement of what's the probability of you getting back together, to me says you might, but will it linger? You might get back together, but would it have the staying power? We know the Knight of Wands can be a fleeting energy. It can be based on chemistry, passionate connection, but it also can be an in and out energy that as quickly as they come in, and we do have the Eight of Wands here, which is quick, they could quickly leave as well. So it's a really interesting question mark on the probability could be yes for a connection, but an unknown for the endurance and staying power, continuity, follow through of that connection. So that could be why there is an energy of being left out or a little bit of heartbreak here, a little bit of loss. Is it's possible that this could excite you and excite things and feel positive at first, but maybe there would be an ending associated with it. Um, Deep down, I have the High Priestess here. I think you're going to know what to do. I don't think you're going to be in a quandary about what to do, but that is even a card here. Um, if there's a chance that you could reconnect, what should you do? We're going to talk about that in a second. So, what is the strength of this relationship when it was doing well or when you were in it anyway? And it was the moon. So, again, I think there could have been like a chemistry between the two of you. The moon can be an attraction and a woo, that you could woo each other and there was a woo factor. The strength could be that it was exciting because, for some of you, there was a mystery associated with this person, and that was intriguing. That had an intrigue associated with it. And your person had the Knight of Cups as their strength. So they might have been romantic. They could have maybe woo you. Maybe there was a little bit of mystery there. Maybe they kept you on your toes. So that could have certainly been a strength when you were in the relationship. The weakness when you were together is the Ten of Swords. Yeah. So there definitely were times when one or both of you felt it didn't pan out and you were actually feeling really hurt by the other person, that there was this kind of accumulation of kind of heard that I kind of heard that negatives were counted, so that it but that as much as at times you may have been tolerating things, or they might have been tolerating things, that deep down there was a stewing of some resentment over something, or felt like there was a betrayal of whoever was investing in this, or um, it's really the ultimate betrayal card. So whether it appeared that way or not, the weakness when you were together is there was an accumulation of hurt over something, and that could have been what caused a rift in this situation. So, what are the obstacles to a reconciliation to your differences? The Page of Cups is an obstacle. So, the unwillingness of, I feel, both of you here, the unwillingness of each of you to come to the table with an innocent, new kind of compassionate view, like that there could be a stubbornness factor because this kind of um, love that the Page of Cups offers is it's light. It doesn't have the baggage. And I think that the baggage is an issue, this kind of resentment, one or both of you isn't really totally clear of that. So an obstacle is, being able to come to the table with compassion, forgiveness, a clear, pure love energy. It's still kind of in a block of some sort. What's the overall analysis of your person is the Six of Swords. So they might be really just not wanting drama and wanting to keep things calm. The Six of Swords is typically, moving to calmer waters, doesn't want chaos, is in the process of really kind of relinquishing chaos from their life. That's the overall aim of your person right now. If you did come back together, what would be the overall outcome? Which is really interesting, is the Four of Wands, which is a really stable energy. It's a harmonious energy. It's taking a relationship to a new step. Could be celebratory. So, what is to say about that? We're going to clarify this, but is it that it would be romantically stable, or is it that you could actually just reestablish something of a friendship that could be stable, right? I mean, it doesn't say that it's purely romance. You do have a bit of a stubborn energy here, I feel. There's definitely, I do think, an attraction in the past. I don't know if that's still here. So, if they did come back, or you had an opportunity to move forward with the person, what should you do? It's the Magician. So make something of it if you have the chance. I think what I'm feeling is I would at least um, try to connect. It looks like the opportunity to connect might be on that kind of intellectual and communication level. Um, they definitely might have an interest in communicating. I don't think you're going to get deep and emotional. And, the outcome could be harmonizing. And the advice is saying, what you should do is the Magician, which is use everything you've learned, use all the tools at your disposal to deal with this situation. So let's clarify what's going on here and see if we get some confirmations or explanations. So why is this person in the energy right now? Why is it that who they are right now is the Two of Pentacles? Excuse me. And I'm reading in the upright right now. I mean, I just feel like there's enough cards to give us a different flavor because we're using two decks. We don't really need to read in the reverse. So they are juggling right now. They do want their stability. Four of Wands, Four of Wands. They're very focused on that. That's a counterbalance to them, is this push-pull of all that they have going on versus trying to keep the peace. I'm hearing keep the peace with their life, maybe even, with their family, maybe even with you, is they're not looking for drama. Their strength definitely is the Knight of Cups. It is the Knight of Cups. They have kind of a fantastical side to them. They do have a dreamy side to them. I don't know if you're dealing with a water sign. I I didn't say that earlier on. I do feel, again, there's just really two sides to this person. I just still feel that very strongly. Um, their weakness was the Queen of Swords. Sometimes they can be abrupt. Sometimes they can just like come right in, say what they think, chop away and not really think too emotionally intelligently. They feel about you the Eight of Wands because they do feel there's still something that they do want to offer this situation. I think in some respects they feel like you've matured during this time, maybe in some cases beyond them. Why is it the Page of Cups? I'm sorry, Pentacles toward you. Yeah, they're willing to maybe cast challenges aside and just kind of turn a blind eye to the situation, even if they felt there was difficulties. You feel the world. Now, I had a question if that was because, are you trying to decide if this is a completion or just a completion for now of this chapter? You're definitely going to be very scrutinizing as the Emperor energy toward them. You're going to have your boundaries up. You're only going to continue if some lessons have been learned by this person and by you, if it gives you the ability to do that. Why are you trying to stay in control with your boundaries toward this person? Because you've had a little bit too much angst over this and you're ready to like not do that. You're totally not into that. You don't really want to feel worry or angst. You're only going to take the situation forward if it's learned some things, I feel. I do feel that way. The probability of getting back together was the Knight of Wands. I don't know if it was going to have the staying power. And the courage, because we have the block being the Page of Cups. Would there be the staying power? There's definitely an infinite connection with that infinity symbol there. Well, there's some goodness here. There's some good luck around this probability of getting back together with the Strength card and the Sun. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo, but there's an emotional connection. There's a passionate connection. I don't know if it has the staying power. Let me just ask the question very straight up. On this, the potential outcome is something harmonious. I'm just going to ask with this outcome card, the Four of Wands, staying power. Now it's a reconciliation, light, frivolity, connection. Just wanted it to jump out. That doesn't sound long-term to me. One more. Oh, sorry. The Tower. Something would have to change. I'm just reading this at something pretty drastic would have to change or will change. And we know the Tower isn't always, there would be a need to release past resentment. Coming out of it, there could be some more angst before this is done. I know we kind of had that Five of Pentacles under the deck. And they have the Magician, which is in your spot of if it does come back, what should you do? So Magician. It's now my third infinity symbol. So this is definitely an infinite connection, an important connection. I think it would entail some creativity to make this work. I really do. It's not straightforward. It's not straightforward. The weakness when you were together is this Ten of Swords. Why is that? Yeah, because somebody might have ended it before it was, feeling good for the other person. Somebody cut it out. Somebody ended it. And that's the second Queen of Swords. That was the weakness your person had. So I'm going to say that the weakness when you were together is that your person was trying to protect themselves, I feel, from something, from hurt. And maybe harsh words were said or cut something out, or maybe was critical of you for some of you. Yeah, that's a lot of sword energy coming from this other person. And, the positives when you were together was the Moon, but you're going to be carefully looking at that. You're not going to be bowled over by the magnetic mystery of it. You're going to be carefully evaluating that. And the blockage to potentially reconciling is the stubborn energy between the two of you. Again, Page of Cups, Queen of Cups is a blockage. So would there be enough compassion? Would resentment enter into it? Or would there be this, clear, pure energy of love? Or would it be a little bit too mucky from the past, I guess is the question. Why would you need to take on the energy of the magician if there's a possibility of coming back around? You need to make the best choice. If there's a possibility here, it would put you in the situation of a decision and in a crossroads. You're going to definitely be at a crossroads if this opportunity comes up again. You're going to have to make an important decision and stay in your power, for sure. I want to see the nature of the Five of Pentacles, the Death, and the High Priestess, and the Eight of Cups. So the possibility of feeling left out, a big change or transformation would have to happen. I do think that not everybody would be revealing of it in terms of how they feel. So again, there could be mystery associated with this, which adds, salt to the wound. If someone's feeling left out and that there's, big changes and seismic shifts happening, if you're feeling like you really don't feel safe to share your emotions, or if the other person is being really secretive, which I have a feeling this person could be, um, somebody might get fed up and walk away as like, you know what, I'm not playing games this time. Let me connect with people that are in my tribe. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. Yeah, being very selective. Let me connect with the people that are in my tribe is the feeling that I'm getting. The overall analysis of your person too is they don't want drama. I feel like you're kind of at least on the same page with that. Yeah, you definitely have the universe watching over this, and it's not going to all be your choice. So there's this a fated situation to some degree. Doesn't mean you don't make choices, act on your best interest, be careful to assess it carefully and take right action with your values and who you are. It just also means there's a universal element at play here when we think about what's going on with your person. So I think this is, a little bit heavy energy mixed in with some really potentially positive energy, with the Four of Wands showing up a few times and the Sun. I mean, I felt that from the beginning. This is a bit of a mixed bag, Libra, Scorpio. So see how this rolls out for you. There's potential here to reconnect. Pride might get in the way. Be careful of your boundaries if it's just not going to be good for you, is what I'm really feeling here. But there's possibilities. So, tarot's not meant to give you the end all be all. You have to experience life, and these are just energies and flavors for things. Your person does have a lot going on. Beware of their polar side, which can be one way one day and sometimes another way other days. That to me, just my own personal style, can be very difficult. I know I can be that way sometimes, but definitely I think I'm much more out there. And if somebody's hiding things and, you know, so unpredictable, that that's challenging. So you never know. I wish you well with it. Let me know, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.